Alright, so since I already went over bench earlier in the week, I'm just gonna quickly go over the top set and then talk a little bit more about deadlift since I didn't get to it on Tuesday when I was supposed to. So the set in the beginning of the video was actually the second time I did the 215, just because I forgot to record the first time, and it just felt easy enough that I thought I would be able to and not really do too much damage, or any damage for that matter. Because even though it was harder than the first time I did it, it was actually the intensity that I expected it to be, or the intensity that I expected the first one to be. I think that there are two main reasons for that. The first one is I was actually trying to do something a little bit different when I was in the hole. So instead of just lazily pushing, which is how I would normally do it, I tried to basically jam my entire body into the bar as hard as I could. And instead of eating what I would normally have on my diet the day before, I just had a bunch of pizza. And I was the same weight because I made sure not to eat too much. But I do think that there is a possibility that all the weird stuff in the pizza made me a little bit more bloated and made the bench press a little bit easier. But with that out of the way, it is time to go on to deadlift. Alright, so all last month and the day of this deadlift, I could tell that there was something just really wrong with my deadlift, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was. But after rewatching the video a bunch of times, comparing it to the best my form has ever been side to side, and just kind of feeling around, I think the problem is I'm just way too bent over. And I really didn't realize it because I think just my memory with deadlift is absolutely terrible. And I don't know if that makes sense, but one day I can like have the best form ever. It looks like it's absolutely immaculate, almost perfect, and then literally a week later, it looks like I barely even know how to deadlift, and this has happened before. So I think what I have to do is just be extremely strict with my deadlift, because even when I would do my form training um, with pause deadlifts, I really didn't actually train my technique. I would just muscle the bar into the slack pull that I wanted, just because I was only really focused on the pause. So I think that from now on Fridays, I'm just going to be doing normal deadlifts. And the thing that's going to be in the front of my head that I'm just going to be repeating over and over is to just do it right. And I'm pretty sure I said this before, but I am going to switch deadlifts to be before squats just so that I have I guess a little bit more incentive to do them correctly since I'll have more energy. I also want to make sure I'm actually feeling good even before I start to pull, because a big problem that I have is even though I know that I'm doing it wrong, um, I just go ahead and pull anyway because I feel like I'm kind of just wasting time. Even though really the biggest time waster is spending 45 minutes to an hour on doing one specific thing and not even doing it right. I also think part of the reason why I just need to be super upright in the deadlifts is just a lower back problem. For some reason, I just have a very weak lower back. Honestly, not for some reason. I don't even remember a time where I did any lower back specific training. So I am going to take some time to, I guess, kind of fix that issue. I'm not going to talk about it right now because it is still a work in progress. And it does have a lot to do with the squat, so I want to save that for the video on Tuesday. Another thing that I noticed, and I'm not sure if it was just specific to this day, but along with the actual top set itself, all of my accessories just felt a lot easier. And I'm not sure, it could have been because of the pizza, and if it was, I might actually start switching out some of my healthier stuff for junk food the day before I go for a heavy bench, because I felt just so much more awake than I usually do. and I was actually having trouble not going too heavy on my accessories just because I felt like everything was so much easier. And really, my lower back is the thing that's most sore right now. But that's pretty much just because I forgot to stretch my lower back properly before I did the bench, and I was cramping up. I also think a big part of the reason why I've just been feeling so good lately is because of cardio, and I know I've said this exact thing multiple times before. I'm going to keep saying it because I keep forgetting that I said it. But even just doing the normal 30 minutes of cardio has made things so much easier. And I'm not sure if this is just because I have access to machines now, so um working out is just going to be a little bit better. But I think my pumps have actually gotten bigger because of doing cardio. But that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to refining my bench a little bit more and kind of not messing around as much on deadlift. And I'll see you next time.